The desert doesn't just kill, it erases the memory of cold. For 70 years, I have walked this fire. I have seen things the sand tried to hide. But today, the desert told a lie. A mirage of blue water and white ice appeared on the horizon. But as I drew closer, the smell in the air was real. It was the scent of a predator out of place. There, in the shadow of a dead palm tree, was a ghost from another world, a snowball in hell. His home is thousands of miles away, across oceans of ice. But here he was, melting under a plus 55-degree sun. I offered him the only thing I had in that moment, my shadow. He was too tired to be afraid. I cooled his brow with the last drops of my canteen. I could feel the heat radiating off his body like an oven. He was a heavy burden for a frail woman, but I would not let the sun win today. Every step back to the hut felt like walking on hot coals. My own strength was fading, but I could feel his heart still beating against my chest. Then the desert decided to test us. A wall of sand rose from the dunes, and the wind tried to tear him from my arms. I couldn't see the path anymore. I could only see the white fur. I prayed to the spirits of the dunes. "Hold on, little one," I whispered. The sand was pulling me down, trying to bury us both. But then, his eyes met mine through the dust. His gaze gave me the strength to stand back up. There, through the haze, the sanctuary. My fingers were numb from the heat as I fumbled with the iron bolt. The door slammed shut, and finally, there was silence. The earth here is kind to those who suffer. I had to break the fever of the dunes. I took him down to the stone cellar, deep where the desert's heat cannot reach. I gave him the only ice I had, a bed of cold, wet moss from the deep earth. His heartbeat finally began to find its rhythm. I washed away the fire from his coat. We had survived the first day, but the desert is a patient hunter. The morning brought a second chance. He was weak, but he was no longer a ghost. To save a king of the ice, I needed the blood of the desert. Our well is deep. It holds the secrets of the ancient rains. I listened to the splash far below, deep water, cold as the poles. He knew the sound. Even then, he knew. I poured the water into a wooden bowl and added a single drop of wild honey for his soul. I held my breath as I offered it to him. He tasted the life he thought he'd lost, a miracle in a bowl. As the dust washed away, he was no longer orange. He was himself again. He looked at me, and in that moment, I knew he would live. I gave him the salt of the sea through dried fish, and his strength returned with every bite. The oasis was working its magic. He began to find his feet, and more importantly, he found his spirit. I had found a sun in the sand. We were no longer alone. Weeks passed like shadows on a sundial. He learned the language of the hut. We shared the long, silent afternoons under the shade of the palms. He smelled like the rain I haven't seen in years. He even developed a taste for the desert's fruit. When the sun dipped low, he became a white flame running across the gold dunes. He was a king without a kingdom. I often wondered if he missed the ice, or if he had forgotten the cold entirely. But in his heart, I knew that I was now his home. We became a team. He is the only thing in this wasteland that doesn't fear my age. Even the other animals, the gazelles and the foxes, sensed the peace we had built. He was a predator who chose mercy, because that is the only law of the oasis. It is a bond that shouldn't exist. A snowball and a furnace, living as one. People ask why I stay out here in this heat. They ask why I don't seek a cooler life. It's because the desert needs a heart. And I have learned that even the most out-of-place soul, the one the world says doesn't belong, deserves a drop of mercy. Welcome to the oasis.